Early football tomorrow morning, the final European game, final international game on the NFL slate for the year will be the Commanders and the Dolphins in Madrid. Miami favored by 2.5. And I don't want to say it feels like Miami's putting some things together, but they're not nearly as bad now as they were 2 weeks ago. Massive upset of the Bills last weekend. You got Mike McDaniel driving by Bills fans on South Beach, giving them the little head nod out of his car window. And you got the Commanders still without Terry McLaurin, no Jaden Daniels, and just no traction at all. So, look, it's 2.5. I would never run to the window to lay any kind of points with the Miami Dolphins, but if you're holding my feet to the fire and making me place a bet on this game, I think it would have to be Miami laying 2.5 or nothing.
But we're not. So that's good news for you.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes.
No, I want nothing to do with this game. I feel like I should apologize to the people of Spain. You know, I studied in Madrid for 6 months. I've been back many times. It's one of my favorite cities in the world. Almost moved there after college based on recent events. Obviously should have to go teach English over there. But I would like to apologize to the people of Spain. Disculpe, mi gente en España para este malo juego entre los malos equipos, todos malos. Jefes malos, jugadores malos, todo malo. Football in España.
Okay.
Todo malo.
So just to properly set the table here and give the dynamic so that people understand this, Paul is, as you can tell, an accomplished Spanish speaker, fully bilingual.
Stretch. Yes.
Fully bilingual. I just heard it for myself. I made it to like Spanish 3 in college. My only claim to Spanish fame would be living in Brownsville, Texas for 4 years as a child, which
it's pretty
for those
strong.
of you not familiar with Texan geography, right on the border, baby. We would walk over the bridge into Matamoros, Mexico. So mine was much more limited to like schoolyard insults, stuff that I can't say on the air.
But would anyone know if you were saying it? Counterpoint.
It just takes one person.
Yeah.
Does it matter if we lose the license at this point? Anyway, my point is this. All I got out of what you just said, Paul, is everything's bad, and you want to apologize to the people of Madrid for giving them this terrible, terrible game between two bad teams with a lot of bad players.
Senor Chris, estás fluente. It's exactly what I said.
Sí, senor. Yes. All right. That's it's good enough for a high B. I'll take that. Doesn't hurt the GPA.
Oh, B's get degrees. Absolutely. So here's a little Madrid cheat sheet from my time there, because I'm sure so many people listening to this show are in Madrid right now for this terrible game where it's actually also raining all weekend. So punch in the gut there as well. So you want to go to the La Latina neighborhood. It's where you got Calle de la Cava Baja. It's all the tapas bars. You can just hop bar to bar to bar. Also, don't be a square. Don't go out at like 7 p.m. Stuff doesn't start till 9 p.m. So, like, get your beauty sleep, take a little siesta, take a little nap. Yep. If you're going to show up at 7 p.m., everyone's going to be like, why are you here? Go away. Please leave us alone. We are getting things ready. So, don't go out before 9 p.m., especially on a weekend. Favorite pastime was to take the last train out. We would have dinner at 9:00 with my senora, like every night when we were studying.
Yeah, this isn't Boca. There's no early bird specials at the buffet.
No, they call that the end of happy hour, like at 7:00. You take the last train out at midnight, and you take the first train back at 6 a.m. That's how they roll in Madrid. Fun town. Great town. Parque Retiro. Think like a Central Park, probably a little bit smaller. Like a Grant Park in Chicago, but a lot of big park vibe, big little, I don't know if I'd call it a lake, definitely like a man-made lake, I think, but you can do the boat thing, rent like little paddle boats, that sort of thing. And then the stadium, Santiago Bernabeu. If you want to go to a bar nearby, not exactly, authentic, one might say, but the Irish Rover is right down the street.
I thought you were like a Buffalo Wild Wings on me.
Not quite. I mean, like adjacent, but like a little different. Just your classic Irish pub in Madrid, Spain. Apparently, Beckham
Yeah.
used to hang out there. That's what the girls in our program
Okay.
used to tell us. Like, cool, you guys are so cool. You're hanging out with David Beckham. Definitely played darts there once. And I think a buddy and I beat a couple of Irish chaps for a beer. So that
There you
is
go.
more. I feel like everything I just said was so much more valuable than anything about the Comandantes. And I looked it up. It's not pescadores. What do you think the Spanish word for dolphins is? I'll give you one guess.
Dolphin?
Delphines.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I figured
Strong.
as much.
Fluente.
Sí, mucho. So, yeah, the football, again, many apologies
honestly,
to the people of Spain.
Chris, like on paper, as far as the international games go, this one looked better than most, I feel like, before the season. Jaden Daniels, look, the Dolphins were trending down, but like they could still put up points if things were clicking with that offense. But this is beyond bad. This is terrible.
Yeah. So if you're over there, and we're sure you're listening if you're over there, enjoy the nightlife. The football, it is what it is. 1 o'clock games. Which ones jump out to you? I think obviously the biggest storyline for me in the 1 o'clock games tomorrow would be Buffalo trying to bounce back at home against the Buccaneers. Just an injury-riddled Buccaneers offense. No Bucky Irving, no Evans, obviously. And it feels like as much as I have backed Tampa this year, and I was a fan of them coming into the season, it feels like they're getting to a point, Paul, where it's starting to catch up to them. That you can only withstand these injuries for so long before it starts to wear on you. And I'm a huge Tez Johnson fan. I don't know. I love Emeka Egbuka. So I still think they can make things happen. But I don't know. Going into Buffalo with the Bills, probably pretty pissed off that they dropped a game to the Dolphins. This feels like a Bills or nothing spot, laying 5.5 at home.
Yeah, I think I'll get there on the Bills in some contests. I don't know that I'm going to bet it, but I am using the Bills in Survivor. So bounce back spot. They did take me out last week, I believe. Yes, against the Dolphins, and so I got one bullet left. They're going with the Bills. Look, the Bucs, they've won a lot of you mentioned the injuries. They've won a lot of close games. Baker doing the Baker thing that kind of got him in the MVP conversation during the first half of the season. But you look like when they level up 24-9 to the Lions, 31-25 to the Eagles, but that game was like, I don't know, like 27-3 or like it was very much an Eagles game for very 30-13, something like that. They made it look close late. I just think when they, the Patriots, they scored first, and then again, the final score looks 28-23, but that was Patriots in control the rest of the way. So, yeah, I'm pretty comfortable. Again, like you said, Bills pissed off, bounce back after a clear letdown spot, after the Chiefs win. And the Bills are a little banged up too, but this is just different tiers. And so, again, in contests, laying it inside a 6, Survivor, I'm never even considering backing the Bucs in any way.
Yeah. Any other 1 o'clock bets that you like?
Yeah. So I don't know what to do with the Bears and Vikings. Like trust issues on both sides.
Yeah.
Panthers are nothing against the Falcons, but don't really want to waste my time. I got 2 for you. 2 dogs. Chris, I think there's going to be a lot of dogs are live tomorrow. Like a lot of dogs. Like I don't really want to bet, or spend a ton of time on Panthers Falcons, but the Panthers could easily win that game. Jameis, baby. Jameis is live. 250, 3 touchdowns, Giants money line, 22-1. Let's go. Jameis Coaster.
Ooh, money line.
And 7 plus.
Do they serve W's at that Irish bar over in Madrid?
I'm sure they do. They will on Sunday.